Hello, Good Shepherd Church. This is Colin here, and today I'm going to talk about the book we are reading in Council, Becoming a Hybrid Church. The chapter we just most recently read was called Worship in a Hybrid Church. And there they were talking about how in-person and online service are both important in their own rights, and we should treat them both separately and equally as important to each other. Typically when we think about being active in a church, it's the people that are present on a Sunday, but we have to stop thinking about it that way, because when you go online, that is just as much being an active participant at church as those that actually show up for the in-person worship service. And like I said, being a true hybrid church means deciding that online and on-site worship experiences are equally valuable. And one part of that we are trying, I get a lot about serving in church, and when you're online, there isn't much you can do to participate in church. So with this Slido, we've been able to do that, and we talked about, and we're going to be recently having an online usher so that people can continue to talk with each other and welcome each other and feel like they're serving part of the church as well. And in the discussion at the end, there was one where it goes, and in the end, there was a question, and it says, does the idea of worship being online make the ability to be transformed in worship more or less accessible in your mind, and why? And when I've gone back and reflected on that, I remember when we first started having online worship and Pastor Carl Eric and Pastor Charlie were visiting. Sometimes during their sermons I would get up and wash the dishes because I know what they look like, I just needed to hear. And the week after that, as I was going, during that week, when I would go back and wash dishes, I would sometimes reflect on the sermon that I was hearing when I was initially doing the dishes during their sermon. So I do think that online worship is able to be transformed and just as meaningful as being in person. Thank you.